From divine, I come alive. And to divine, I return. Do you remember the first time you were seen? Did you want to be? What did it look like? Taste like? Feel like? When they left, did you crave them? Did you enjoy the dance, or do you wish to forget? It seems like game after game. Lovers, they all seem the same. Can't front though, I forget the names. Cause when I'm crying, ain't no one to blame. But you had me lost in the things that you do. All over you, I was all into you. All over you, I was all into you. Let it be, oh, let it be. Let it be, oh, let it be. There's no you and me, baby, ain't a thing to see. Let it be, let it be. Let it be, yeah, let it be. Let it be, oh, let it be. There's no you and me, baby, ain't a thing to see. Let it be, let it be. You said you were good, but you don't wanna face her.
She's like the gin and then I'm like the chaser.
She fucks you up till you forget my name, and now you talking to me just like we the same. I let you put me through all of this shit. Loved all your lies cause the truth never fit. Now I was the one that you always let see, and then when I was drowning you ain't come for me. Let it be, oh, let it be. Let it be, oh, let it be. There's no you and me, baby, ain't a thing to see. Let it be, let it be. Let it be, yeah, let it be. Let it be, oh, let it be. There's no you and me, baby, ain't a thing to see. Let it be, let it be. You say you see us, but fuck with the vision. My friend said stop, but then I didn't listen. You played your whole hand, now your damn ace is missing. Said you had me distracted, fucked with the mission. You won't catch me out here feeling no way. Cause if you had meant it, then you would've stayed. Made mistakes and I own it. Baby, some love's just meant for a moment, but I can't forget you with all that we've been through. I wanna let it go, but all I can do is let it be. I said I gotta let it be, baby. There's no you and me, baby, ain't a thing to see. Let it be, let it be. There's no you and me, baby, ain't a thing to see. Let it be, let it be. How does one rest in the truth? The truth of conclusions. The truth in harm. When the truth is overwhelming, where do we find shelter? Where do we rest? Where do we breathe? Not at home, not on my journey, not in our movement, not in my body. Where can I rest in my truths?
I'm tired of writing about all the black women that have passed. So instead, I'll just let my pen empty itself until my entire notebook turns black and stains my hands, and there goes the poem. Once a storm formed in the middle of my eyes watering, thinking about how we have just too much experience with endings, and there goes the poem. There are half-empty water bottles all around my room. I am drinking just enough to be able to mourn some more, not sure if it's enough to live, and there goes the poem. There's another post, turning another black woman's name into a punchline, and I don't laugh. It just punches and proves. No one cares about black women, not even when we're funny or talented or desired. In fact, is Meg Thee Stallion the only black woman I know that has been shot and lived to cry about it, only to be blamed for her own wound, and there goes the poem. Growing legs, wanting to run full sprint from the eulogy it is always becoming, and I, tired because I'm swallowing my phone whole, knowing not even the acid inside me can properly break down the news of another black woman's death, cause damn, is black death ever really news if we already knew? Before we looked up what happened, before I wrote another poem, before we woke up this morning, still, somehow, I woke up this morning. Though in casket soft bed, full of names inside my gullet, I scream into my pillow so they have somewhere to rest. I couldn't sleep all summer because all the lines kept coming. For all the lines this country has crossed, and there goes my poem, laying half empty across the table, and I half empty across the mattress, and we both trying to become something more than ourselves, when all we needed was to finish the water bottles in this room so I fill my body like a chalice. Tell my ancestors I am the altar today, and I drink for me and all the girls that look like me. Go to the notebook and write, turning these stories into a Bible you would all finally believe in.
April Jace, Julia Martin, Lavina Johnson, Nova Henry, Cassandra Perkins, Nakutala Nashe, Mary Spears, Stephanie Goodlow, Jessica Hampton, Cherika Adams, Janice Jackson, Tierra Payou, Sandra Bland, Sky Maccabee, Corin Gaines, Tanja Chadwick, Demarius Reyes, Kiki Koya, Sierra McElween, Maya Hall, who was actually murdered here in Baltimore. Her friend Brittany ended up surviving, who was in the car with her. She ended up being shot as well by the police. But Brittany passed 2 years ago from an overdose. Gabrielle Navarez, Natasha McKenna, Charmel Edwards, Felicia Barnes. I remember Felicia Barnes because my friend is good friends with her, and she came to visit Baltimore to only be murdered in Baltimore by her boyfriend and shoved in a tote. Miriam Carey, Kendra James, Chantel Davis, Latanya Haggerty, Shelley Frey, Malaysia Booker, who you heard me talk about earlier, black trans woman, Margaret Laverne Mitchell, Eleanor Bumpers, Katherine Johnson, who was only 92 years old when they bombarded her house in a raid and murdered her. Danette Daniels, Brayla Stone, Frankie Perkins, Alberta Spurriel, Monica Diamond, Tanisha Anderson, Michelle Cousseau, Sharice Francis, Pearlie Golden, Taishia Miller, Kayla Moore, Alexia Christian, Shaniqua Proctor, Kayam Livingston, Rakia Boyd, Tarika Wilson, Ayanna Stanley Jones, who was 7 years old. Ayanna Stanley Jones was 7 years old. She was sleeping on the couch when the police burst open the door in the raid, just shooting blindly. 7-year-old girl sleeping on the couch. Aura Rosser, Janisa For Real, Megan Hockaday, Yvette Smith, Diane Johnson, Naza Morris, Denise Stewart, Sanji Taylor, Rosanna Miller, Charmaine Wilson, Charlena Lyles, Kaya Lambert. The world would come to know Breonna Taylor and her story so very well. It's important to note that when black women in films are murdered, we are murdered while we are in our homes, in our spaces of sacred divinity, in a place that's supposed to be safe. We are minding our business. Black men are being murdered in the streets. We're being murdered in homes. So we can't go nowhere, really. Michelle Washington, Shauna Donahue, Oluwatoyin Salu, Arnisha Bowers, baby girl Arnisha Bowers, Dominique Fells, Rhea Milton, Nina Pop, another trans black woman. For black women, for black women, for black girls, for she, her, and them, cis, LGBTQIA+, gender nonconforming, I say your name. For the black women who have been brutalized, silenced, harassed, unjustly punished, and murdered by the police, I say your name. For the black women who have been silenced and murdered and lost their lives, any part of themselves due to street harassment or violence, being on college campuses, violated by peers at parties, clubs, or any public setting of any sort, I say your name. For black women who have been silenced and murdered and attacked through the fragile male fragility, I say your name. For all of the times spoken and unspoken, heard of and unheard of, local and nationally, in this city, state, country, and beyond, unseen, unsupported, unreported black women and girls, I say your name. For the stolen black girls, I say your name. May each of you be found unharmed and untouched. And we say, before we say Ashe, we say, for those of you whose names we will never know because it has not been reported, for those of you who we do not know what happened to you, for those who experience the trauma and continue to experience it under this brutal state, we say your name. And these things we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe-o. Yep. And there are so many more names. So, I mean, I didn't even begin to scratch the surface of names. There's so many more that we will never know.
Had I known what love was, I would have savored you. Instead, I see you in everything. I hear your laugh and the laughs of children. I see you in colors. I feel you in ocean breezes. Had I known that what I felt was love, the truth would have danced off of my tongue. Instead, I speak my truth to anyone who will listen. Not every ear being as worthy as yours, but one day they will be. And through them, I will feel you again. I am forever yours. And forever, you will be the divines. I wish you rest until we meet again, my freest love.
What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom to me is essentially just doing whatever the hell you feel.
Freedom means not being bonded, having the ability to do as you please.
What does freedom mean to you?
Ooh, so I've been thinking about this. Freedom to me means two things. Possibility and no fear, to take Nina Simone and build on what she said. So in terms of possibility, it represents having the freedom to just move how you move, to look how you look, say what you say, love who you love. You know what I'm saying? Be who you are in this life and enact your purpose. Having the ability, the access, the wherewithal, understanding to live in your fullest truth, no matter what anybody tries to make you do or what anyone is doing around you. You know what I'm saying? Knowing your possibility, trusting your purpose, that's freedom.
To freely walk in who you are, to freely express who you are, freely speak what you feel without any hesitation or discord or just judgment, just being free in all of you and not necessarily one side of you. So if you're crazy, if you're free spirited, that's all of you. Walk in it, be free, because if you're not freely being you and walking in you, you will always be a slave in this lifetime.
Being able to create with no restrictions, that's free to me.
Being stable financially, not being a slave to a 9 to 5 or not being a slave to credit or bills or anything of that sort.
Just flowing in my element, flowing in what makes me happy, if it's work or a project or a night out on the town, like just flowing in my element makes me free.
I feel like being in bondage to what someone else thinks of you, regardless of whether it's a person passing in the street or someone that you've known for a very long time. If you are in bondage to what they think of you, you are not free. Period. It could be white supremacy. It could be your girlfriend or your boyfriend. I don't care. But freedom literally means moving the way you want to move.
Love was an anchor, ain't made much sense to me until I realized that ain't what it gotta be. Possession ain't no loving, jealousy ain't sweet. Don't want nobody who don't want me free. You want it one way, or want it two, 'cause babe I'm free, nothing to prove. Yeah, you can love them and love me too. I want you free, just live your truth. Just live your truth. I'm all the colors, ooh, God, they painted me. Need you to love me, no matter who you see. Need you to love me now in this reality. 'Cause we gon' change, what is won't always be. Want it one way, I want it two. 'Cause babe, I'm free, nothing to prove. Yeah, you can love them and love me too. I want you free, just live your truth. Just live your truth. Just live your truth. Just live your truth. Oh. I'll never be one thing, don't ask me to explain. You'll never be one thing, you don't have to explain. We'll never be one thing, don't ask us to explain. Multi-dimensional rules by any other name. Any other name. You want it one way, or want it two. 'Cause babe, I'm free, nothing to prove. Yeah, you can love them and love me too. I want you free. Just live your truth.
Where do you feel most free?
At home. Like, I know being at home is just like kind of obvious, but nothing is more safe or calming than being in your own space.
And when I'm producing, doing my music, producing or DJing, I have control. There's really nobody telling me what to do per se. So really when I'm doing creating my content, creating my music.
In what ways do you want to see the people you love embrace freedom?
I want them to. Am I able to be open and honest?
Please.
As an artist, it's no secret that most of us overindulge in, certain things to keep us, not keep us free, but keep us open. But I would love those that are around me to kind of put it down for a second and tap into their real potential and just ascend into who they were created to be and just flow. So if I see them present, center, and flowing in who they are and what they were created to be, that's another level of freedom for me, just seeing them fly and be who they were destined to be from day one.
Do you find freedom in connecting with others?
I do. I think that being able to connect with one another, whether it is, positive or negative sometimes, like just being able to shout, to scream, to cry, to confide, to just share all of your emotions with another person. I don't think there's really anything more freeing than that.
How has your relationship with your daughter changed your relationship with your music?
See, with women, you gotta show emotion and show a lot of emotions. They want kisses, they want hugs. So and I'm more like, I ain't trying to do that. I'm hard, something like that. But you can't be that with a daughter. So it's definitely opened my music up as well, and change how I interact with different artists as well. I'm more able to see where they want the song to go rather than driving what I think the song should be.
What role do you feel the divine plays in your quest and or just having your freedom?
The divine is freedom. The divine don't know nothing about our hang-ups, our man-made illusions of constraints, and what you can or can't do because of how you entered this earth or where you live. The divine don't know nothing about time, space, none of those constraints that we invented. To understand ourselves as divine is freedom, because it means that we're not beholden to these laws here, we're beholden to a universal laws. You know what I'm saying? So that in and of itself, to understand that our bodies are vessels for the divine presence and light to shine through. And in that, you just live as you were meant to live, as is. Ain't no labels. Ain't no I am this, I am that. I just am. That's divinity, and that's recognizing that. And once each and every one of us recognize that, man, there's no need for the system. I can tell you that right now. So yeah, the divine showing itself through each and every one of us without what we think the divine should do. You know what I'm saying? It's me asking the divine, what should I do for you? You know? That's how I look at it.
What a gift it is to see your cup as full, to feel direction in your path, to know that your path has always been yours, to know that through every tear, every moment of joy, and every moment of crippling doubt, a piece of you has always known that there was a reason for every moment. that each piece that seemed broken, every scar you hid, was simply a piece of your divinity that you could not yet see.
Because life gives and it takes away. Because life gives and it takes away. Because life gives. Because life gives and it takes away. But thank God it did, 'cause I found my way. Because life gives. Now through divine I come alive, and to divine I return. 'Cause life is you and I's. When will we ever learn? We are here to feel, and we are here to see. You have everything within. You have always been complete. Because life gives and it takes away. But thank God it did, 'cause I found my way. Found my way.
Love is freedom.
And that freedom is divine.